I think that it is, I suppose it wasn't the right word. My point is it's hateful. I do believe that it's hateful.
What specifically is hateful?
Trying to put down people, belittle them, accuse them of lying, all in order to prove a point on your end. I don't think it's good faith. I don't think that it's a good faith debater. I don't think his intention really was to hear perspectives. I think a lot of his debates, he was making a conscious effort to back people into a corner.
Some parts, well, hang on. I got to get a little pushback here because some parts of a debate, the important parts, in fact, are to reduce a person's positions down and often to find out if they're lying. Like, because people lie during debates all the time.
Yeah.
And reducing their position will often expose that, right? So I'm not sure that having an assumption a person may be lying to you based on the details they're giving you that sounds suspect, and you begin to probe those details, and then you find inconsistencies and find out they're full of shit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, or I don't see how that's hateful.
Well, I think there's a difference between probing for the sake of curiosity and then deeming something untrue without proper evidence. I have seen...
Like, what was an example of where Charlie Kirk did that? Because he was a very good faith debater. Kirk was a very good faith debater.
I think we can have different definitions of good faith. But, I mean, like, one specific thing that comes to mind was...
let's start with this. What does good faith mean to you? I'll give you my definition real quick.
Sure.
Okay, so to me, good faith is that you're advocating the positions you actually believe in, and you're arguing those positions. That's good faith.
Sure.
And you're willing to also change your mind based on new evidence for your positions. I also think that, or concede points. I think that that's also maybe a part of good faith.
Yeah.
Right? So
I would agree with you on this definition, and I would probably add that if I would consider it bad faith if there's any intention to make someone look stupid at the expense of
I don't
truth.
see how that has anything to do with anything.
I do think that's something that is
like
quite
making
relevant in
somebody
Charlie
look
Kirk's debates.
stupid, right? If they're engaging in a debate with you, is part of rhetoric. That goes all the way back to Socrates, Plato. Socrates was a blood sport debater, and so was his. He had minions, and they would go out in the streets and debate with people, including the aristocracy, and they made him look really fucking stupid.
I think she means like personal attacks. More
Yeah,
so.
my point. I said
a personal attack can actually be appropriate in a debate,
like an ad hominem kind of thing.
Well, that's not an ad hom. An ad hom's not actually a personal attack. An ad hom is when you make a personal attack instead of addressing the argument. So, like, let me give you an example. Let's say you're arguing with a woman, you're an aggressive debater, okay? And you say...
You would know, sorry.
Yeah, and you say, you say, no, that's not true because of X, Y, and Z, you stupid bitch, right? That's not an ad hom. It's not, that's an insult.
I'd say it's a personal attack, and it's
sure, it's a
not
personal
great.
attack,
it's
but...
not good faith.
There's nothing bad faith if you think they're a stupid bitch.
If you call someone a stupid bitch, like...
You might think it's... Look, and this is the problem with people who don't really study debate, but I'll explain it to you, right? It is, in fact, the case that an ad hom is only when you're not addressing the argument and are deferring instead to a personal attack. So if I were to say, shut up, you stupid bitch, I don't care, that's a fucking ad hom, right? But if I said... No, you're wrong, because actually what's going on is A, B, C, and D, and this refutes your argument, you stupid bitch. That's not an ad hom. That's actually just part of rhetoric. That's the distinction between a classic fallacious move, which is an ad hominem, and a non-fallacious move, which is personal insults are part of rhetoric. So,
I mean, I still believe political discourse should be conducted with some level of maturity.
Totally understand.
And that's
look, that's reasonable. It's reasonable for you to say, I want parameters around debate and things like that. I'm just letting you know that in the future, you could use that to your advantage. You could tell someone, hey, X, Y, Z, blah, 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 refute your argument, you dick. You haven't actually done an ad hom.
You just don't like the concept of like respect that much, which is fine.
Wait, hold on. Andrew's...
What did I do that was disrespectful to you?
I didn't say you did anything disrespectful to me. You're like, oh, like disrespectful jokes are totally cool. Like, oh, disrespect during a political debate.
Well, respect
totally
is
cool.
earned. It's not something that's given. It's earned. And the thing is I think that I have to earn it from people as much as they have to earn it from me. And I'm just trying to be completely open and honest with you in this conversation about what it is that I think and why it is that I think those things. So what about that is disrespectful?
No, that's not
or
disrespectful.
even advocating
If
for
if you
disrespect.
had called me like a stupid bitch at some point in this conversation so far, then I would find that disrespectful.
But he was making a distinction
Yeah,
about
no,
what's-
I wasn't
what's
calling.
ad
I wasn't calling you anything.
No, I'm not saying you were.
Andrew
I'm not
wasn't
saying you
making an advocation to call people a stupid bitch.
No, 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 I was
He
just giving an example.
He was saying if he did, that it wouldn't be in the example he gave where he said, well, here's my argument, XYZ, you stupid, biatch,
Yeah,
whatever.